Sadhus, Mahatmas like you, they are always Deenavatsalaha. It is their very nature to be affectionate, to be loving, to be considerate, to be excusing, to be embracing. They don't look for any gain at all. Deenavatsalaha chayeva karma sajivaha sadhavo deenavatsalaha. You know, whenever we speak about Mahatma, Sreemad Bhagavatam gives a lot of importance to Sajjanas, Sajjana Samsarga. Always looking for and being in the company of great and lofty people, high-souled devotees. That Sajjana Samsarga is the only way you can elevate your mind. You may have money, you may have pomp, you may have glory, you may have education, you may have friends, you may have prosperity. Of no avail, no avail. Unless you are able to fall at the feet of Mahatmas and get the head smeared by the dust of their feet, there is no salvation, as Prahlada puts it in Srimad Bhagavatam. You may live in multi-storied mansions. What of it? It is like the holes in which snakes and cobras live. Are you following? This is Srimad Bhagavata's verse. In the trees there will be some holes. The snake climbs up. That is the way your multi-storied buildings are. Some bird has made it and the snake goes and lives there. It is just like snake's holes. As long as you don't invite a Mahatma to your house, wash his feet, make him sit. After that, sit before him and ask him, tell me something that will drench my heart. Your father will not tell you, mother will not tell you. Your friends and teachers have nothing to say in the matter of exposing the inner spiritual splendor and treasure concealed within your mind and the heart. Only a text like Srimad Bhagavatam will do it. As long as you are not able to do, the purpose of a house is not for you to live alone. That is the first purpose. The second purpose, I always say, your house should welcome guests. Normally you welcome relatives, not sufficient. Not related, unrelated guests also must feel pleasant in your house. This is a place when somebody goes, he will feel very happy. That kind of a certificate you must be able to get. Oh, I and my people, we live comfortably. That will not make a house. It should be available for guests. After all, they will come and stay for 1 or 2 days. They have no access. It is not their own house. So you must tenderly look after them. Without their telling you, you must be able to serve them. That Atithi Shushrusha, it is something very important in our culture. Now, this is not sufficient. There is a third purpose. What is that? Now and then, you must have some spiritual devotional programs in your house where you invite people, your friends and the others, and have a satsang. Have the chanting of the name of God. Read a chapter of Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. Now and then you call a Mahatma, ask him to live for 1 or 2 days and live in his company. Tune yourself to his arrival and spend your time, look after him. Unless you do so, there is no salvation at all. You know, every time in the world, 99.999 recurring person are householders. And the householders are the one set of people on whom every other ashramites are living. The brahmachari is born of them, bred by them. The vanaprastha is also looked after by them. The sannyasin is born of them and the sannyasin lives for them. So all the other 3 ashramas and ashramites are completely resting upon the householder. We are nowadays saying corruption, corruption, corruption. Who are corrupt, my dear souls? Children born in your own houses are corrupt. Can you say no? Huh? Nobody answers me when the truth is said. Whether it is an IAS officer or a police officer or a minister or the subordinate staff, anywhere and everywhere, are they born in the secretariat? Huh? They are born in the householder's household. If they are not good, they were not reared up properly. Why did the householders give birth to such inferior citizens? What is the reason for it? Now you are pinpointing they are corrupt. Let us say we ourselves were corrupt, are corrupt. Am I right or wrong? Can anybody say no? All these children are individually born of individual parents. We have 1.16 billion people, 116 crores of people, but all of them are individually born. They are constituted of individuals getting born in their own families as a child of their parents. Whatever they have been given in the form of birth and the post-birth infusion, that alone they display in the seats of power. Can you say no? Huh? So where are we to look at? Now if your household has to be elevated, it has to be enriched, it has to become meritorious. The salvation lies in seeking the company of good and great souls. Chayeva karma sajivaha sadhavo deenavatsalaha. You know, gods and goddesses are not compassionate to you, but sajjanas will always have compassion. There is a poet who said, Sajjanasya hridayam navanidam yad vadanti kavayastadaligam anyadeha vilasat paridabad sajjano dravadi nanavanidam. One poet said, the heart of the noble people is like butter. What? The heart and mind of the noble people are like butter. Another poet says, no, it is not true. It is wrong. Why? Sajjanasya hridayam navanidam yad vadanti kavayaha tadaligam. It is not fair, it is not true. Why? Anyadeha vilasat paridapat sajjano dravadi. When another man's heart and mind are heated and tortured, then hearing about it, seeing about it, the heart and mind of the noble people start melting. But the butter starts melting only when directly heated. Are you understanding? Butter has to be directly heated. Here in front of the Sajjana, he comes to know of somebody who is afflicted and tormented. Arjuna started shedding tears. Gandhi was slipped from his hand. Krishna instantly was stirred up, and he was so moved that he delivered a beautiful instruction for 2.5 hours, which made Arjuna survive his grief, overcome his grief, and fight. And Krishna stood with him forever. Will you be able to do this with your friends and well-wishers? Think about it. Sajjanasya hridayam navanidam yadvadanti kavayastadaligam anyadeha vilasat paridabad sajjano dravadi nanavanidam. So which is better? Butter is better, or the heart of a noble soul is better? Shrotriyo avrijino akamahato yo brahmavittamaha brahmanyuparadashamtaha nirindhana ivanalaha ahetugadaya sindhu bandhu anamadam sadam. This is the beautiful description given for spiritually enlightened people by Shankara in Viveka Chudamani. He describes these enlightened people are Shrotriyaha, they know the scriptures, they have studied and understood it. Avrijino, they will not have a sinful life, they will have a pure life. Akamahato, their mind is never smitten by desire, greed or ambition. Yo brahmavittamaha, they have understood the supreme Brahman, the supreme reality, and that too in the best possible manner. Brahmanyuparadashamtaha, they are always quiet and composed. Why? Brahmani uparataha, our body is resting on the earth. If I ask you where your mind and intelligence are resting, you have no answer. They understand our mind and intelligence are resting on the supreme substratum called Brahman. And they have their rest in that, not in the perishable mind, the perishable intelligence, even the fluctuating ego, but they have their restfulness in the supreme substratum, the soul, which you identify and relate as I. Brahmanyuparadashamtaha nirindhana ivanalaha. They may not show any dhoom dham in their activities, but they have a lot of potential, magnitude, magnificence and ability also. But they are lying concealed in which manner? After having burned all the fuel The fire lies concealed in the cinder. Nobody will be able to know. It was blazing and engulfing everything. After that it is quiet. In the same manner, they also had a lot of agitation, a lot of agony, a great deal of enquiry and investigation, a lot of austerity also they must have done. But now they have become enlightened, completely quiescent, calm. They have accomplished beatitude, quietude. So they are absolutely calm and quiet. But ahetu gadaya sindhu. Ahetu gadaya sindhu. They are an ocean of compassion, kindness and mercy, which knows no reason at all. Anybody can go to their feet, seek their assistance, guidance, seek acceptance. They will never say, you are wrong, you are sinful, get away from me. That kind of a feeling they may not have. So it is an ocean of mercy which knows no reason at all to express. Bandhura anamatam sadam. Those people who come and prostrate before them and seek their guidance, for them they remain a friend. Generally they don't interfere with anybody. They will simply be living. Once somebody goes to them, recognizes them, approaches them for instruction, then it will be given. Krishna was constantly with Arjuna. He made special arrangements, even asked Arjuna to become a sannyasin, so that Subhadra would be able to serve him. And after this, everything is made, he said that you take away Subhadra. But when Subhadra and you are going away from Dwaraka, what should be done? Understand that Subhadra should drive the chariot, not you. If you start driving, they will say you have eloped. Now I want Subhadra to drive the chariot so that nobody will be able to say this much. Now also some people put on the sannyasin's robe for various purposes. It was done in olden times also. People don't know our cultural history, that is our trouble. Ravana came in the form of a sannyasin because this sannyasa is accepted by all people. So you can use it for any purpose whatsoever, even for stealing. Our people, our newspapers particularly, they don't know this cultural history. Ravana came as a sannyasin to abduct Sita. And Arjuna put on the robe of a sannyasin in order to get hold of Subhadra and go away. And that too under the instruction of Krishna. Bandhura anamadam sadam. They will act as a friend. Shanta mahamto nivasanti santo vasantavallokahitam charandaha tirna swayam bhima bhavarnavam janan aheduna anyana pitarayantaha. Do you like to hear all this? I like. This is the description of noble people, at least some of you, particularly intellectuals. Please understand. This is the treasure of this land. It is not an economic treasure. It is a psycho-intellectual treasure. It is a spiritual inner splendor. This is what we are living here for. Everything else that you acquire will age off, will get terminated. It is subject to the ravages of time. This treasure will continue. It has been continuing for millennia. People ask, why is your country so bad? It is because of the badness of the country that we became spiritual. Even now spirituality alone will give you the salvation. Sri Rama said to Vasishtha, Janah kama sakto vividha kugala cheshtana paraha saduswapne pyasmid jagat asmid jagati sulabho nadya sujanaha kriya dukkha sanga vidhura vidhura noonamakhila na jane nedavya kathamiha dasha jeevidamayi. Rama underwent a pilgrimage in the whole of Indian subcontinent. After coming back, he was absolutely dejected. He was not speaking to anybody. Finally, Vasishtha called him. I will explain it perhaps in greater detail sometime. Then Vasishtha asked, what is your trouble? And Rama narrates this. Janah kama sakto vividha kukala cheshtana paraha. Overpowered and motivated by, engulfed by greed and domination. There is practically no type of cruel activity which the human mind, human body does not undertake. I am not able to find a good man even in dream, he says. Ultimately, what is the conclusion? Na jane netavya. I really don't know how I am to lead this tenor called human life. Can you imagine? This is what happened in Treta Yuga. Don't you think we are better now? All of you are good people. I am finding a number of good people. If I were to write a Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana, I would say, I have found a number of good people in India. Not in dream, in the wakeful state, I will say. Shanta Mahamto Nivasanti Santo Vasantaval Logahitam Charantaha. There are some good, elevated, noble, enlightened people who are embodiments of benediction, blessing. Shantaha, Mahantaha, calm and quietened people, Mahantaha, who have a magnificent aim in life. Nivasanti Sando. They are the really good and noble people, and they alone are living, making meaning and purpose of a human life. They are the ones who live with human dignity, human celebrity, human magnificence, human elegance, human benediction. All the others do not have. Nivasanti Santo Vasantavad Logahitam Charantaha. Like the wind of the spring season, they are always trying to fulfill the needs of the society. The society has two kinds of needs. One is the physical need. What is that? Food, shelter and clothing. These are the physical needs. Do you think with these human life will be edified? Certainly not. We have psychological needs, mental needs, minimum peace and contentment. We have intellectual or intelligential need, namely knowledge, full-fledged knowledge. And we have got something called an ego. That ego calls for expansion or extinction. These are the inner psychological needs. Now we are people who try to cater to and fulfill the inner needs. Our government and the others, they try to cater to the physical needs of the people. But I don't think in human being the physicality is what primarily counts. If India remains what it is because of the mental qualities of our people. They have a sense of resilience. They accept even a bad rule, dominant rule, they accept. That psychological resilience they have. Shanta Mahamto Nivasanti Santo Vasantavad Logahitam Charantaha. The saintly people, the enlightened people are moving about like the wind of the spring season. What is that? A number of flowers blossom, plants blossom. And they have different fragrances. In inhabited places, non-inhabited places also. The spring wind, by blowing, it collects the fragrance from all the places and distributes them where it is not available. You people are living in Delhi, but the air for you to breathe comes from the surrounding areas. Are you aware of it? Delhi is it is far better than other cities. We have a lot of greenery. Otherwise, modern cities are concrete jungles. And for these jungles, where from will you get natural jungle air? It has to come from somewhere. So it is like the spring season. They try to help, grace and bestow blessings on the people. Tirna swayam bhima bhavarnavam janan aheduna anyana pitarayantaha. After having crossed this ocean of worldliness, they have reached the other shore and they are beckoning others, I will help you to cross, I will help you to cross. With this message of the soul, message of benediction, message of deliverance, message of liberation, they ramble in this world. Ayam swabhava swatayeva yat parashramapanodha pravanam mahatmanam Sudham Shuresha Swayamarka Karkasha Prabhabhitaptam Avadikshitim Kila. Why are they doing it? Don't ask this question. It is their nature. What? People ask me, Swamiji, why did you become a sannyasin? I say, why did you get married? As you have got married, I have become a sannyasi. I delight in saying that when I was first wearing this wonderful ochre robe, it was just like a very good girl wearing a very costly bridal dress. So beautiful, so nice. I was so happy. If on the table there is some other cloth, this Swamiji doesn't like it. I always like to move with my gerua. When I go to the hospital, sometimes in the operation theatre also I say, we give them for autoclaving the previous day and wear this cloth and then I go. I like it, my dear souls. Just like all of you have got married, I have become a sannyasi. Something very beautiful. We have 4 ashramas. You may claim that I am a good householder, I have got my children married, everybody is settled. You are only a half human. The 2 other ashramas are there, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa, where alone your interior development, inner enrichment will take place. That you are missing. So you are all going to depart from this world as a half human. Are you happy or unhappy when I say this? Or do you want me to pamper you saying, no, you are human to the power of 8. Ayam swabhava swatayeva yat parasramapanoda pravanam mahatmanam. For the high-souled people, to be of service to the others, to listen to their sufferings, to alleviate them, to infuse into them the instruction about the soul, to tell them how to meditate, how to get over the complexities of the mind, how to live in this world unruffled, liberated, free. They go on infusing this message, transfusing this message. This is their very character and swabhava. How is it? Sudham shuresha swayameva karkasha prabhabhitaptam avadikshitim kila. Throughout the day, the sun with its hot rays scorches the earth. Throughout the day. When the sun sets, suddenly comes the radiant, full, graceful, cool moon. Its rays cool the earth. Just like the moon is doing characteristically, not out of competition, not out of any special adoration it looks for. In the same manner, this is characteristic of the Mahatmas. Am I clear? My dear souls, our literature is full of such descriptions. And I feel so sorry because the intellectual community of our land is miserably, grievously missing the majestic treasure like this. Why don't you spend some time to learn the Sanskrit? I have a message, I would like to make it known. Will some of you carry it to wherever it is necessary? I am told that in India, we have something like 1.5 lakhs of people who speak Sanskrit. Another version is that we have 5 lakhs of people who speak Sanskrit. I would like about 5,000 or 10,000 acres of land bought, not allotted by the government, somewhere in a safe part of India. And let us encourage all these people to go and live there. We must build something like a world-class township there. World-class township. And all the people should start speaking Sanskrit. Automatically the Sanskrit will become so easy and natural. Brahman tathami prichyamo dharman bhagavatam stava yan shrutva shraddhaya martyo muchyade sarvado bhayad. In any way you have come to your house and you are seated. I am very happy. I am adoring you in the manner in which I know to adore. I am very happy. But though I have seen you, and your very sight itself is ennobling, elevating and fulfilling, yet I have some question to ask you. What is that? Prachamo dharman bhagavatam stava. Listen to this word. I am asking you to enlighten me about Bhagavata dharma. What? Bhagavata means a devotee. Bhagavata dharma means the character, behavior and interaction. The characteral, behavioral and interactional details of the devotees. Yan shrutva shraddhaya martyo. After listening to which description? Martyaha muchyade sarvado bhayad. If you narrate to me the Bhagavata dharmas and I am able to listen to you faithfully with attention, the very process of listening will liberate me. Muchyade sarvado bhayad. I will be completely liberated from the all-fold fear that I am encircled by. So I want to be instructed, told about such Bhagavata dharmas. Then Vasudeva goes on saying, I made a great mistake. What? I made a? What is the mistake? I worshipped the Supreme Lord Vishnu. And he came before me, stood, ready to give anything, including moksha. You know what I did? I asked him, be born as my son. And he was born as my son. He distributes liberation to everybody. Only a few houses the other way he lives. Vasudeva is living here and his Krishna is living. And you yourself have come because he is a bestower of liberation. So he distributes liberation to everybody. But I cannot get it because I feel he is my son. He was only born, but he was never bred by me. Because I told him be born, so he agreed to be born. You know, after getting born, what did he say? Take me immediately and leave me in Vrindavan. Bring the girl back. So I made a great mistake. My dear souls, never make this mistake. What? When you go and stand in front of the Lord, please don't stipulate what you want. Leave it to Him. My dear God, you are omniscient. You are omnipresent. I have nothing to do except pray or except praise you. Keep you in my heart. I am not going to say I want this, I do not want that. The decision is left to you. I am nobody to decide. You are the decider. You are the leader. You are the maker. You are the marer. You are the giver. You are the taker. So I completely resign myself before you. Never put up a list.